So guys, welcome back to, I don't know how this recording is going to fit in with the other one, but yeah. Go ahead, I'll watch premiere.
Actually, now that I'll actually be part of the competition, I need a fancy stage name.
Do you have something in mind?
Not really. Have you got any ideas?
Oh. Well, obviously, we have to go with the name of the game, because, you know, again, I'm not gonna do a custom name because I can't name things, so we'll just go with Angel. She could do custom and go with Dine. That'd be probably pretty funny, but you know, yeah, Angel.
Oh, what do you think of that? Ever since I knew about the contest, I've been thinking of this name. What a crazy coincidence. Do you mind if I call that?
Not at all.
Angel it is then. Alright. Are you ready? Well, are you ready to see some acrobatics?
I certainly hope so.
I'll start off with a few easy moves.
Stage is yours, Angel.
Thanks.
Effortlessly. She took to the skies, circling around a few areas before she started to do a few maneuvers. A roll, followed by a loop, after which she did another roll. It seemed to be less of a practiced routine and more of a warm-up to me. Gradually, her maneuvers got more complicated. I saw circles that got smaller and smaller. A brief nosedive and multiple loops and rolls, one after another. Then, she landed to return to me.
What do you think?
That was great.
You haven't seen the best part yet.
And what would that be?
My very own Adine special, or rather, Angel special. It's a routine I came up with and have been practicing for a while. It's pretty difficult, so I'll probably spend the rest of my time and I'll spend the rest of my time into the competition, fighting it as much as possible.
What does it look like?
It starts off with circles near the ground. Then, as I ascend, the circles get smaller and smaller. Once you reach the highest point, I go into a nosedive through the middle of the circles.
How will people know where the circles are?
At the show, I'll use a smoke trail when doing circles, so everyone can actually see me going through the circles I made.
Sounds pretty cool.
That's not all of it. While I'm nosediving, I'll do a few rolls, and just before I hit the ground, I'll pull up again. Lastly, I'll end up a few loops and go to the next maneuver. It all ends making a neat shape in the sky with the smoke trail.
Let's got it all figured out.
Yeah, now I have to perform my execution of it.
Don't let me hold you up. You already said that.
Alright, here we go.
With determination in her eyes, she took to the skies once more. When she reached a certain height, she slowly descended again until she was close to the water surface. Then, she started making circles, slowly ascending as the circles gradually got smaller and smaller. Once the circles became as small as possible, she suddenly turned herself around and went into a nosedive. Her speed quickly increased while she moved dangerously towards the water. Then, she did a roll, another, and another, followed by a third. Dangerously close to the water's surface, she suddenly pulled up, but as she stood still, one of her feet went below the surface, where it apparently caught onto something, causing her to spin out of control. I saw her feeble attempt to regain control as she barely managed to steady herself enough to get back to the beach. She made a rough landing, rolling around on the ground a few times after colliding with sand. Adine, are you alright?
Well, that wasn't supposed to happen.
You look pretty impressive until the landing.
Ouch, my wing hurts.
Let me take a look. Can you move it?
A bit, but it's really starting to hurt if I go further than this.
At least it doesn't seem to be broken.
Yeah, I guess it's a spring. Happens all the time.
Really?
Well, not all the time, but it happens.
What about the competition?
The injury is going to put a serious downfall on my practice schedule, but I'm not giving up anytime soon.
I guess practice is over for today at the very least.
Yeah, let's get back. I should have some bandages in the cabinet over there.
I'll get them for you. What now?
But do you the honors?
Of course, where should I start?
I think this joint right here. Yep, definitely.
Okay, let me try to get this right. Here, that should do it. How's it feel?
Much better. Maybe I can even start practicing again in a day or two.
Just be safe.
Of course. Well, thanks for the help with the bandage. And sorry about cutting practice short today. I guess you didn't get to see any proper aerial batics after all.
It's no big deal. Your health is more important.
Are you gonna come to the show?
If I can, sure.
Oh, right. You may be busy.
I'll see if I can make it. I'd love to be at the show, though.
I'll contact you with all the details. If we end, we can figure it out from there.
Sounds good.
I'll see you next time then.
See you. So I got some free time. I'll probably meet up with Lorem. I think you can check the status. Huh, impressed. Good. Yeah. She's kind of dead. Yeah. Oh, I didn't give her the... Where'd it go? The thingamajig. The blueprint. Huh, I wonder if you do it later. Let's go to Lorem. Hey, Norm.
Hey, Ryzen.
So, where exactly are we going? You mentioned something about treasure hunting, but it didn't tell me where... Didn't tell me we're actually trying to unearth some ancient human artifacts. Don't worry, this is gonna be fun. I just hope for the best. I'm not sure who came up with it, but someone gave me this kit to me as a present a few months ago. Show me the map. It was a piece of paper that obviously been treated to look much older than it really was. Sounds fun. I'm glad you agree. Not sure if I can be of much assistance though. I don't exactly know much about the area. But you're big and strong. Probably strong as you. Or at least you're bigger and stronger than I am. How small are you? You can do digging. Great. Besides, I wanted to do this for a while now, and if some... Oh, that's also a thing I wanted to put in. I probably said in another episode. I don't remember. I should watch them. But it feels so stupid. But ipsum and Lorem are the default text. So it's just a really funny pun that I'm still laughing at right now. Don't know why. Whatever. Ipsum is always busy, so I figured this would be a good time as any. Do I need to bring a shovel, or do you expect me to dig with my bare hands? Well, you're trying to say we don't need this map and a pen. I really should watch last episode, because I don't remember this. Well, whatever. We've got a pen. What about ourselves? Alright, I got a pen. Great, now we're all set. So where are we supposed to go? If this is a facility, then the place... Well, the place indicated is the school, or rather somewhere between the school and the administrative building. Let's go then. Here we are. The X on the map is right between these two buildings, so it must be around here somewhere. Back to school, huh? Not quite yet. Everyone's on summer break right now. Which is a good thing, because we really wouldn't want you getting swamped by all the children. They would go crazy if they saw you. Let's go walk around here anyway. Are you talking about this one, or schools in general? In general, I'd like to know more about how your school system works as a whole. I see you won't be learning... Wait, I see you won't have a learning opportunity? Bye. You're still my job. You should start looking for that treasure then. Sure. I'll look for hints. Let's treasure's whereabouts. Lorem started talking. Right. We do have quite a... Oh my god. We do have quite the education system. Different schools and districts run on their own. So when we look at the details, things can vary a lot. However, there are a few things that are true no matter which region you're in. Compulsory education lasts for about 10 years. There are a lot of options for schools and school systems. Choice is an important factor here. We recognize that there isn't one system that works best for everyone. So there are many options depending on what path you want to take. That doesn't sound too different from what it used to be like in my world, but nowadays things are a bit more chaotic. Practical skills are valued most in our city, and you aren't really given a choice to do anything else. Sure, people can learn other things on their own, but it's not as if school is mandatory anymore. People just do what they feel like. Do you all like that too? No, I still got to experience our old education system, college included. What's your favorite subject? None of these. I guess art, so I like that out of all this. PE is stupid. Math is pain. Really? Me too. I always like trying out different mediums. I tried sculpting again recently. What for? Art doesn't need a justification. I just realized. I'm a biologist. What the fuck didn't... Okay, Mr. Bio. Art doesn't need a justification. But anyway, it helps me visualize what the characters in my game should look like. Can you draw with... Can't you do it with a computer? Sure, but working on a physical medium makes things easier for me. Instead of working on an interface, there's only my hands and all the clay. No technological gadgets required. I am like that too. I can't draw on electronics. I see. Do you find anything yet? I sure haven't. No, I feel like we must be missing something. Maybe. The map clearly marked this place. You can see it for yourself. Yeah, the X definitely points to this alley. Then it must be somewhere. Inside the windows, investigate the water trough, examine the walls. It probably wouldn't be inside the school. Then again, I don't know what we're looking for. Won't be in the troughs, above the walls. Maybe it's something to do with the walls. Well, at least you think so. Well, we're clearly missing something here, so maybe there is some sort of hint we've been overlooking. Something that wouldn't be obvious to anyone else who came through here. I have no idea what you're talking about. These walls don't really look special to me. My gaze slowly went along the walls, trying to find anything that could have a hidden meaning. Hey, look at that. What do you mean? That kind of looks like an X on the wall, don't you think? I guess so. Maybe it's here. Look there. Lorem crouched down and stuck his hand in the indentation that ran along the wall near the ground. Aha! What is it? He pulled out a cylindrical, shiny object and held it up to me. It looks like we got some sort of capsule. Maybe there's something inside. It's gonna be a pretty small treasure. He screwed it open and held the two halves of the cylindrical object in his hand. To our surprise, it didn't have any empty space inside. Nothing could be hidden within. Instead, the inside of the two halves were engraved. What does it say? Oh, 2J. That's it? Yep. It's also on the other half. It might be coordinates. The grid on the map had numbers like... The grid on the map had numbers and letters like that. That means 2J would be here. Right in the middle of the forest. Let's go. Finding our spot might be a bit more difficult from here on out. Well, why is that? We don't really have buildings and addresses as reference anymore. Here we only have a spot in the middle of the forest. Don't worry, I have an excellent sense of navigation. Let's hope we find it before it gets too dark though, or things might become a lot more complicated. I'd rather not get lost here. You don't have to worry about anything. If there are any predators in the area, they'll see me as a better target than you. Yeah, how small are you then? Don't tell me there are predators in the woods. Not really. Just, there might be a stray or two, but that should be it. These woods are considered to be very safe. Even if that's true, and if worst comes to worst, you can just fly away. I guess that's true. You kinda sound like you don't like the woods though. Like for walks in the woods, it's not safe, they're creepy. Yeah, you don't have to worry about anything here. I already told you that there shouldn't really be any predators in these parts. And it's not like these woods are haunted or anything. Haunted? That reminds me of some. Well, what is that? Maybe you'll be interested in this. In our world, there's a forest that was notorious for many suicides that took place there. It was said to be haunted by an angry spirit. Looks at Logan Paul. That sounds horrible. But why are there so many suicides there? And why are the spirits so angry? Well, in Japanese folklore, people have a soul or spirit, and it's called a Reikon. Reikon Shadow Legends? Whoa. It's disrespectful. Upon a person's death, the Reikon separates from the body and goes to a form of purgatory. After certain rites have been performed, the Reikon then goes on to join its ancestors and become the protector of the living family. However, under certain circumstances, like the rites not being performed correctly, or dying in a sudden violent manner, the Raycon transformed into a Yori instead. The Yori can return to the physical world and haunts it until it has been laid to rest. So there you go, another myth for your collection. Well, I know where not to go for my next vacation now. Just a myth anywhere. I won't visit there either. Yeah, just I wouldn't want to visit the Suicide Forest in general. That makes two of us. What do you think about stuff like that? Paranormal stuff? You know, until a few weeks ago, humans were just a myth. And if we look at that portal, it's like something that came out of science fiction. If some certainly seemed interested in it. He is. He actually read up on some new theories about it. Like what? You remember I'm telling you about the different branches and how the barrier separates them, right? Yeah. So, since the barrier is made up of wormholes and using the portal displaces them, it leaves a gap in the barrier. I seem to remember him talking about something like that. Through these gaps, he thinks we can communicate with all our alternate selves in another timeline. How does that work? It all goes into the nature of existence itself. Who are you as a person? Do you think you are just Horizon from this branch? What? What about the other ones? Ones from all the other timelines who've made their other decisions? Well, I just kind of scrolled back on my mouse, and that's what happened. Would you consider yourself to be the same person as them? The only difference between you and the Horizon from another branch may be that you decided to skip breakfast this morning. Maybe you're all of them. How's that possible? Like a seed from which many roots can sprout, or a tree and its branches. There may be a uniting factor that branched off these different timelines. Your fundamental nature. You might call it a soul or something similar, but the idea is that even though there are many different versions of you, there's an aspect that unites all of you. Part of myself that stands over me, kind of like a superego. An interesting comparison. If we use a similar model here, then we can say that you are also made up of 3 distinct parts. In each timeline, you have a physical body which is driven by its own base desires to seek that full potential. All physical needs like hunger, thirst, and breathing fall under this category, as well as dickhead, normal, lover. I think that's the options in this game. However, as a being with free will, you are also capable of making your own decisions. That includes being able to act contrary to what your body's telling you. This ability to think and make your own decisions on your own is your rational mind, the self. And lastly, there's a third part I just talked about. The one that stands above all of you and unites you in some way. Let's call this your higher self. Through this higher self, you may be able to communicate with your alternate selves in some way. Usually the barrier would prevent this, but through gaps, communication becomes possible. The more gaps there are, the easier this would be. Could this mean that the masked figure is me from an alternate timeline coming into the past to try to help me? Now that would be insane. And how would we go about doing that? I suppose, I suppose that would be the job of the higher self. So I can't control it. These are just small theories. We wouldn't really know until it happened. Only then could we study it. If it was to happen, how would I know? If someone else's experience gets relayed through this connection to you, it can manifest in a number of ways. Maybe it could be something like deja vu or a false memory, maybe even dreams. But the biggest difficulty would be to recognize that this phenomenon is happening in the first place. Certainly it's quite out there, you have to admit. Sure, but quantum mechanics are already complicated enough. Once you look at what lies beyond, it's just crazy territory. Oh, what do you know about all this? I think it might be already be happening. Really? Just think about it. If the possibilities of it ever happening is there, then it's more than likely that it already has. I'm not sure I follow. Let's assume this is an average timeline. The portals have been found by both of our people. Contact has been made, and now you and Reza are both here for a visit. A few letters were exchanged before you and Reza were sent here, so that means the portal has already been used a few times. Using a portal once might have an infinitely small effect on a barrier, like poking a hole in a castle wall with a needle. However, if you multiply this by a nearly infinite number of possible timelines in which these similar events have happened, the effect must already be noticeable. Of course, some people may be more susceptible to this than others. Do you think you've experienced this? I don't know. I've been having some weird dreams lately. Dreams can be weird though. Yeah, me too. It's almost like some player character with a mouse does this. Really? Wow, we went from 2D to 3D. We're just entering a clearing, and from my view I could see some odd lines that had been drawn on the ground. Hey, I think this is a spot. Why do you think so? Well, the giant X on the ground kind of gives it away. Lorem took flight with a few flaps of wings. After looking at the scenery from above, he returned to me. You're right, it does look like a giant X. Guess it's time to get our hands dirty. That may not be necessary. What are you talking about? It went to the center, where the lines crossed, and picked up an object that was lodged halfway into the ground. It returned to me once more, holding another capsule, similar to the one we found near the school. You have to go back to town after walking all this way. Oh. Yeah, it's open. Apparently we're going to 6K now. Where's that? There is a man's store on the other side of the forest. And that's where we'll be going. That just means the way back is going to be even longer. It's an interesting calm. I guess it fell. Are you sure we should be here? This place is indicated by the map. I was looking about the building being roped off. Maybe that's just part of the game. Is the flooding part of the game too? Oh. That is flooded. Oh. Hey, you can give up if you want to. I certainly won't. Now, are you gonna help me or not? I guess. I shouldn't expect that I have to get this wet for it. Oh, part of being a church owner. Let's just look for the X. Sure. Lorem flew up into the light fixtures to get a view from above while I checked out the shelves. I just realized, how is this store so full of water? I don't know. I haven't been to famous stores. I remember when you could still shop here. What happened? Apparently, the area has a problem with flooding. I can see that. So much work and resources are needed to erect. No, Steam support. I know I purchased the game. Screw off. So much work and support and resources are needed to erect a building like this one, and it just gets abandoned. That was tough. We definitely have empty buildings where I come from. Oh, really? Not sure this is a good reminder of home then, so. At least we don't have a problem with flooding. I got sent back, by the way. Really? Why? Political reasons. Oh, I don't think I'm supposed to talk about it. You just did. Is it related to that announcement they made about Reza? Yeah. Somebody said. I guess things are getting pretty serious. They are. Have you found anything yet? Not really. Maybe it's underwater. You think so? It's certainly not anywhere near the ceiling. I already checked there. And I found nothing near the wall or shelves. It could be hidden beneath a fort tile or something like that. I suppose you're right. Let's do it. Alrighty. Without hesitation, the worm vanished beneath the water surface. I breathed in deeply, crouched down, and began looking underwater as well. Bruh, how flooded is this place? Looked around and seemed like look at the size of these chairs. Are those chairs? I think those are chairs, yeah. So I don't know. But nothing out of the ordinary to me. Just as I was about to surface, get some air, I heard a splash accompanied by a loud thud. What was that? Norm? Everything was quiet while I looked around for my companion. Suddenly I heard frantic knocks coming from the shelves. Implying the shelves are lying on the ground, half submerged underwater. I realized it was standing. Suddenly I heard frantic knocks coming from a shelf that was lying on the ground, half submerged in the water. I realized that it was still standing when we came in earlier. So I waded over to it. It soon became clear that the knocks were coming from beneath. Lorem? Quickly I mustered all my strength and grabbed the shelf, lifted it up until it fell over on the other side with a loud splash. Lorem resurfaced, gasping for breath. What just happened? I was looking at the water and suddenly the shelf just came down on top of me. Are you okay? Yeah, I think so. My leg hurts a bit, but that's about it. Wait, I totally saw something. Let me show you. Without waiting for a reply, Lorem dove beneath the water again, resurfacing just a few seconds later, holding an ominous metal box that had a large X on it. This should be it. Let's hope it's waterproof, though. For the looks of it, it is. We should go outside, though. It'll be hard to read anything here. Sure. Back to 3D land. Oh, what's inside? Why not the box up to me? I took one of the sheets. I took one of the sheets of the. I took one of the sheets of paper that were inside and started reading. I think these are pizza vouchers. One was holding another sheet, which he started reading aloud. Congratulations, you solved the Pantanoli Pizza annual treasure hunt. Remember the code word enclosed for an instant rebate on your next order and a chance for a grand prize. You could be the lucky winner for a year's supply of Pantanoli's pizza. This competition will run until... Oh. What is it? It expired. The treasure hunt, the contest, apparently it ended months ago. Can we still get the pizza? Well, I don't think that offer is still valid. I mean, we could still get pizza regardless. This whole thing has made me really hungry. I suppose this concludes our treasure hunt. What do we do now? Maybe we could see this experience as another reminder that the journey is its own reward, and that they should probably do better treasure hunting things because you almost had a contestant die. Or that the other bird gets a worm. You want some pizza, don't you? That makes me wonder though. Why didn't they get rid of the hints on this box when the contest expired? They must have realized that people may still have these kits at home. Even when the contest is over. If people went out looking for a hint in the woods and it wasn't there anymore, they might look for hours until they decided it was nothing to find. Or they just didn't care. You know, I'm slowly starting to lose hope in Pantaloni's pizza. Sitting us here is really negligent. Who knows what would have happened if you arrived in here. Maybe this whole building could crash down on the next unlucky people who ended up there. Maybe that's why it was dropped off in the first place. They thought it was part of the game. Maybe they shouldn't put a sign up or something. While stalking, Lorem walked towards one of the wooden poles that was used to rope off the building. He picked up a large rectangular object from the ground that was hidden in the grass. It was a wooden sign. Warning: do not proceed past this point. The treasure hunt is concluded, and there is nothing more to find. Danger ahead. We could find the treasure, but not this huge sign. What does it say about us? I'm not sure exactly. We should probably head back before it gets too dark, though. We still have to go through the woods again. Alright, let's go. Do you want to pick up some pizza on the way home? I don't know. Huh. Well. Oh. I don't like any of those cards, so I guess the cards are determined on your path. But why would Anna be there? Eh. Well, I think that's gonna do it. Is it show 2 tarot cards? Yeah. So, I'm assuming this chapter is not gonna go very good. Oh, I guess I'm impressed with you now. So, yeah. Be prepared for the feels. I guess. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know how to end these. Bye.